Hey guys, bushcraft 412 here. I want to do a quick review on my new Camillus Carbonitride Titanium folder. Holy cow, is that a mouthful. Let's talk real quick about the stats of this knife and then we'll get into some opinions about it. It's an 8.25 inch folding knife with a 3 1/4 inch blade made of Japanese VG10 steel. It is made by Camillus Cutlery, which we'll talk a little bit about that in this review here. It's a very unique kind of Tanto, I say it funny, I know. Almost like a drop point Tanto edge, which is really unusual. What I really like about it. Very kind of heavy duty, G10 flat scales, belt clip, and the whole shebang. Price on this bad boy is anywhere from, I've seen like $43 up to like $55 depending on where you get it. This one I got through, I believe it's Gander Mountain. It was like $49. Not the best price, but you know, I didn't want to order it online. So let's talk real quick about Camillus Cutlery. Camillus, of course, was a major knife maker in the USA. They closed their doors in 2007. They were bought out by a company that designs the knives here in America but manufactures them in China. So if that is an issue for you, you know, buying a Camillus knife may not be in your future. Blade steel, let's talk about that. VG10 Japanese steel, excellent blade steel for knives. It is the same steel that's used in the Spyderco Endura and the Spyderco Delica, which are both excellent folding knives. Great steel. And as for the market, there's very few folding knives on the market with VG10 steel, and Spyderco, and I believe Spyderco, Cold Steel, and SOG are about the only ones doing it aside from Camillus now. Moving on. Let's talk about the actual knife itself and my opinions of the use of it. I particularly, when I buy a folding knife, there are certain things I look for. Number one, I particularly like the 3 1/2 inch to 4 inch blade length. I like the longer, bigger blades. I'm not much of a fan of smaller EDC knives. For me, having flat scales, flat handle scales is a must. I really don't like the rounded ones. They just don't sit in my pocket well at all. Another thing, of course, a feature I do like is when you have a very deep pocket carry. Close this up so you can see better. As you can see, that pocket carry, pocket clip, if we can get this to focus, which we can't. There we go. This pocket clip rides pretty much as high as knife, so when this is in your pocket, literally nothing sticks out except for the clip, and that is a big deal for me. Ambidextrous thumb stud. Long day, guys. Big deal for me because I'm a left-hander. I typically carry on my weak side, so I am very used to opening right-handed. But as you can see, it opens with a liner lock. Has very good texturing on the G10. Very pleased with that. The liner is substantially thick. It clicks in with purpose. As you can hear, locks very solidly. No problems there whatsoever. Opens very quick. Nice little finger choil here. And a little bit of jimping on the back of the blade. So there you go. And pardon the baby noises in the back. It sounds like it's getting near feeding time. You know, that's the burden of being a new dad, I guess. So who's going to want this knife? I think this is a good knife for EDC. It's a good knife for camping, fishing, hunting, any of those utility kind of purposes. It came very sharp out of the box. Actually enough to shave hair, which we will demonstrate since we are here. Since I have plenty of hair. So as you can see, it will do quite the job. Taking hair off, so it is hair shaving out of the box, but that's VG10 steel. It's a good all-around steel, easy to sharpen up. The big problem with this knife, of course, is the name. The name is terrible. You got the Carbonitride Titanium folder. You know, I understand Camillus makes a big marketing deal out of their Carbonitride Titanium coating that they put on the blades, but it's really nothing special. It's just an average, ordinary, run-of-the-mill coating with a fancy name. Now, to name the knife after it is kind of confusing because if you go to look this knife up, you look up the Camillus Carbonitride Titanium folder, and you're going to come up with like 5 different knives, and the only way to really differentiate between them without looking at the picture is to look at the size, and there's really no link between the various knives, so it's kind of like it's poorly marketed, poorly named, and it really kills this knife because it is kind of comparable to the Endura and the Delica, which is kind of a shame. I mean, this should be a much better selling knife. It's in the same price range as the Spydercos, made of the same steel, a very good design, and it's a nice Tanto edge, you know, which is a little better if you're looking for something maybe for bushcraft, because the you know, the Spydercos have that full flat grind to them. You know, it just, why this knife isn't more popular is really just a problem of marketing, as far as I'm concerned. I've been playing with it now for about a week. You know, it's still, you know, shaving the hair off my hand even after a week of cutting down boxes and using it out in the barn. You know, it's still holding strong and still just as sharp as the day I got it. There is literally zero blade play in this thing. It locks up solid. There's no blade play up or down, side to side, anywhere. This locks up literally as solid as they come. So I'm actually very pleased with the purchase. I was a little on the fence about buying Camillus, you know, being a New Yorker. We all kind of feel betrayed by Camillus, but I did decide to go and give them a chance, and I'm actually really glad I did, because it is a chance to own a VG10 knife at a budget kind of price. Now, I'm sure, you know, being this is made in China, you know, who knows, there could be quality control issues with the knives. I'm not seeing it with this one, so I guess buyer beware, but I don't have issues with the Chinese made knives. You know, the Spyderco Tenacious is made in China. The Bird line is made in China. There's a lot of great knives that come out of China, so it doesn't really scare me whatsoever. So, hope you guys enjoyed this Camillus knife. Definitely something worth looking at and considering if you are a knife guy. And I know a lot of us have ignored Camillus since they were bought out in 2007, but this is actually not a bad little EDC knife. It's got a lot of good features. Like I said, the flat scales, very good grip to them, the finger choil, and jimping gives you a really good grip on this. Tanto edge, so it's going to be very tough, nice thick blade, ambidextrous thumb studs, good lockup. I mean, really, overall, this is a winner for $50 knife. And this isn't even adjusted. This is actually how it came out of the box. If I wanted to adjust the set screw, I could actually loosen this up. See, as you can see, it's a little tight, but I like it tight, you know. I'd rather, you know, have to, you know, I'd rather not have it pop open on me. So I will leave it like this, but it does take a little force to open it, but that's A-okay with me. And last little bit to show you, open pillar construction. Makes it very easy for cleaning gunk or gore or anything like that out of the knife. So there you go, guys. I really hope you enjoyed and think it's definitely worth taking a look at. Oh, don't forget the lanyard hole. I'm pretty disorganized today, guys. My apologies.